Hey guys, welcome to Worth the Spin. My name's Jack. I am your fill-in host for this episode. Still waiting on the regular host to make a return. Special episode today. Well, sort of episode. Special episode. So I got a package in the mail today and I'm excited to talk about it. And if you're thinking, finally, he got the new Ringo Starr album because we discussed Ringo last time, you would be wrong. I still haven't gotten that. The shop that I wanted to get it from apparently is not going to get it. He's not calling me. So I'm going to move on to someone else here. So we'll see if I can pick that up here and we'll do a little review. I'm sure you've seen tons of reviews on YouTube already for it. So they're probably better than mine, but I'm going to give you my 3.5 cents on it anyway. Anyway, let's move on. So today we're going to talk about a package I got in the mail today. Did I say that? I think I did. I want to say it again. We're going to talk today about a package I got in the mail today. So when me and my wife visited Europe, we went to this little record store that I watched videos of on Facebook. I came across it on Facebook. It was through a search. I was searching for being prepared for the trip and was searching for record stores to see what kind of Beatles inventory they might have and what it was going to cost me to buy records when I went to Europe. And I came across this one, and it's this one right here, Rockabye Records. And it's in this little village town, not sure what you call it, of Oakham, Rutland. So, and I probably said that wrong. English is not my best suit. Whatever. See what I mean? So, anyway, so I made a point that I wanted to visit this shop. And my friend who lives over in Europe is like, it's a pretty far jaunt off of the track to get from my house to there and then make it into London. But I was kind of just, I really want to go. I watched their videos. They have a great little shop. It's an awesome little shop. And they have all kinds of records. And not only do they have tons and tons of Beatle albums, we're talking first print, second print, 17th presses. They have Led Zeppelin test pressings. They have Robert Ludwig cuts. They have all kinds of Pink Floyd and just different. Just this is amazing how you can cram this many records into a little shop. And I say this is my favorite record shop in the world. And I haven't been to a lot of record shops in the world, but it sure beats any other record store I've ever been to. I wish that there was a record store here in my country close to me that was like that. But if it was, it'd probably be a bad thing because I would probably spend way too much money there. I mean, they just have some incredible pressings of not the, like I said, not just the Beatles, but all kinds of different bands. I mean, pick it, and they've got it. So if you have a chance, look on Facebook and look them up. Rockabye Records. It's run by a dad and his sons, and it's just an awesome. It was so great to go there and meet Dean. I met Chris, one of the sons, and it was just so incredible. You could sit there. You could literally. I mean, I've gone to record shops where I have talked to the owners or people who work there, for a while, 10, 15, 20 minutes about records and artists and different things and stuff like that. But this is totally different. This is incredible. They get just as excited as you are about that special album coming into the shop that they haven't seen in a long time, or that they may already have 3 or 4 of the pressings of in back behind the counter. And they're really excited about it. They just have a ton of knowledge. They never looked anything up and never looked at their phones. Never, let me get a book and look in this book. It's just, right off. It's just mind-blowing how it came off of their head. And it was such an incredible, fun visit. It was just the greatest thing ever. And I've stayed in touch with them because I want to buy more albums from them. I want to give them the business because I love their shop and I love to help little shops. I think we should all help little shops to flourish, basically in our country. But these guys are just so fantastic. So if you live over in that way, visit these guys if you haven't visited them. And if you're curious about them, look them up on Facebook. They're also on Instagram. They do these little posts. They have a podcast too that they do. So it's Rockabye. It's on the shirt. And they gave me the shirt when I bought some records over there. And this was like, they were like, you can have a free shirt. I'm like, cool. And I went through a bunch of different, but this shirt, look, this is like perfectly, because it's true. I finally found what I was finally looking for when I was there. I was looking for as complete a set of a Beatles catalog as I could possibly get of albums, 45s, and EPs. And I'll be dang it if they did not fill the bill. It was incredible. A lot of copies I bought were a bit lesser down than I wanted to buy because the really nice, perfect ones were, up there in price, and that's just the economy. It's just the way things are. But they gave me a great deal. They gave me a nice, great shirt that I love, and they gave me this little carrying bag that I have too. When I take records to record stores, I'll put them in there and take those records with me to trade them off for other stuff in it. So look them up. They're fantastic. Throw some business their way, please. These guys are just, if you have questions, they're so nice and knowledgeable. Just ask them, say, hey, this guy Jack, I've seen some video on YouTube that he's done. He talks about you guys, you know everything in the world, he says. So, what do you know about this album, or what do you know about this, or can you track down this in particular pressing of something for me? And more than likely, they're going to be able to fill the bill for you. I hope one day to get to visit Europe again. It would be incredible to go and do the whole Beatle experience again. I don't think you could ever do it enough. We went down streets. We went through this little, I'm not really sure what they call it, a little town. And we would look down the streets, and we were kind of running out of time. We needed to get to London before it got dark. And we looked down these little streets as we're walking away from the shop, and we watched one son, Chris, play at a little pub not too far away. Everybody was so nice, and it was just such a great experience. We just looked down, like, wow, I'd love to have the time, the extra hours allotted in, that we could just go down this street and see what's down here, or go visit all these little shops. There's all these little shops there, and of amazing food and homemade goods and stuff like that. And this record store is in like a little end cove. You can't find it like on the main little street, and you go in through this little end cove and come out, and there's some more little shops back there, and it's sitting right back there. And it was just an incredible visit. And I'm so glad they could help me out with this. They didn't have this when I was there. This is the last album I need to finish my British catalog. Plus, there's also 2 singles in here, and those singles will complete my British singles collection of the Beatles. So if anybody's keeping track, other than me, I need 6 or 7 EPs, and I'll have the entire British Beatles catalog on vinyl. And that's always been a dream of mine, and blessings, it's coming true, slowly but surely. So anyway, so this is the package they sent me, and we're going to open it up and see what's in it. I know what's in here. You don't, but I do. So just be careful, because it's a sharp object. Not so much worried about cutting any of the contents. Looks like this is wrapped pretty good, but I'm worried about cutting myself, because I seem to have a habit of doing that. And it's a good thing they use so much care in packing this, and that they put this tape on here. I love this. Fragile. So, you and me, we would think, oh, that's fragile. Let me just set this up here on this guy's porch for him then. So, it's fragile. Probably shouldn't toss it or nothing. And I'll get off my soapbox. I apologize. My mail lady, what does she do? I have her on video. Ring! Yep, that's right. That's how my mail gets delivered. All right, I'm off my soapbox. I've been to the post office. They're not worried about it. So, I won't worry about it. Let's put up a little sharp object before I get hurt. All right, so we're going to open up this box and see what we got in here, guys. Got a lot of cardboard. They've done well on this. They knew it was traveling well, or far and wide. And I'm so excited already. Yes, it's like Christmas. Oh my God, it's wonderful. All righty, so let's see. Let's open this up. Let's see what it's got. Let's take a peek. Are you ready? Where's a drum roll? I don't have any drums. Ta-da! You see that? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Let me get it out for you. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Let's wait on this one. Those 2 are very special. So let's wait on those. Look at this. More cardboard. They must have knew about my mail lady. All right, so this is the last British album I needed for my Beatles collection. Look at this. More cardboard. Cheers, guys. Awesome job. So we probably don't need this box anymore. We'll do what the mail lady did. Here you go. Oh, sorry. Wrong side. Silly me. There you go. Couldn't obtain it when I was there. I did look. I did find quite a few copies, but they all topped $350, $400 for a first pressing of this. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I believe. It was a little vague. I was a little vague. But it is the first pressing. First pressing. Yellow Submarine. There's your two red lines. In case you're keeping track. Nothing is real was on there. Yes, sir. Rockabye has done it again. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's upside down. The Beatles on Apple. Yellow Submarine. First pressing, 1969. Yes. Awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. Wow. Just reading on here. Somebody wrote on the black sleeve, PCS 7070. Number 33, beat 11. And they drew little apples on there. That's kind of cool. Don't know if you could see that. Probably not. I'm holding it up anyway. Take a look at it. They did tell me about a line that's on the back, but as Chris described it, was a stunner. And it's a stunner. This is beautiful. It does have a line. Yeah, it does. It's nasty. No, it's not nasty. It's okay. There's a little bit of scuffing going on here, but this has got to be one of the best condition albums that I got from them. And I'll run it through my record cleaner, of course, and try to clean it. There's a couple of odd specks on here that I would like to get off, but it does have a line, and I'm sure you can't see it, but there's a line on there, and they told me about it, but it doesn't affect play. Wow. Yes, my Beatles catalog from the UK. Complete at last. This is the last one I need. I could not get this record over there. I found a few copies, but it was, like I said, it was ridiculous money. Main reason is because it was not a big print run on this one that didn't really sell very well. Yellow Submarine, I think, my personal opinion, let me get it back in here because I don't want anything to happen to it. Yellow Submarine, to me, should have been an EP. I know EPs pretty much died off in the later 60s, mid 60s in the UK. And Magical Mystery Tour was about one of the last, I think, EPs that were produced in the UK because they just weren't selling anymore like they used to. So I could see that this not being an EP. And 1969, the Beatles were at their point of, we just kind of want to go our own ways. We don't really, have the enthusiasm to be a Beatle anymore, unfortunately. But luckily, they stayed together a little bit longer and still gave us some great music. So, Yellow Submarine is a toss-up album. I agree. Side 2, though George Martin did an excellent job on it. I've only ever listened to Side 2 maybe twice in my entire life. It's just instrumental music, as you know from the movie. It's nothing exciting. It's good. George Martin was, very good producer and arranger and all that. But it's just, I'm not a soundtrack fan. I have a couple of soundtracks. I have They Live and I have The Thing. I'm big on John Carpenter. And I love those movies, so I have those soundtracks. Though I've only listened to them maybe once. But I'm not a soundtrack kind of guy. Unless it's like songs. Like, Hard Day's Night and Help. Those are soundtracks. They've got all the music that's in the movie plus. And here, you got a whole side that's just instrumental. And I'm not a big instrumental guy. So, of course, I'm going to listen to this all the way through. But I'm just not an instrumental guy. Side 1, you've got All You Need Is Love and Yellow Submarine. And those had already been released. So that kind of breaks the Beatles tradition of, we don't want to sell the same song to a fan twice. Because these were, But it's forgiven to me. I love the Beatles. I love everything they did. I love this album. You got only a Northern song altogether now. Hey Bulldog, and It's All Too Much. That's your new songs. And some people are not crazy about those songs. Me, I love those songs. All together now. A lot of people are like, that's a horrible song. I don't think it is. I like it. George Martin said, only a Northern song. I think it was, junk. And I don't think so. I love those songs. I love these songs that are on here. And I don't mind All You Need Is Love and Yellow Submarine being on again. Obviously, Yellow Submarine has to be on here. And, you know, it's the soundtrack of the movie. And All You Need Is Love is a great way just to fill the album out. So it's a great song. I love it. And I think it's great on here. So, yeah, Yellow Submarine. Oh, so, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of excited. So I've been waiting for this and waiting. And this was the only one they had. And they just got it in. And they're hard to get. And I was really surprised when I was in Europe how hard it was to find a lot of Beatles albums. But, you know, it really was. All right, let's move on to, and there was supposed to be, oh, I think he forgot him. Oh, well, that's all right. Okay. Darn. All right, let's get rid of that. All righty, so here, and these are toughies too. And these are first pressings. And this one here is a little on the rough side as far as the label. The 45 itself is pretty rough too. It's pretty rough. But yeah, it's a little rougher than I want. But this is a very hard one to find. And when you do, it's very hard to afford it. So we have Love Me Do, back with P.S. I Love You. The very first Beatles single with original sleeve there. Yeah, it's a little rougher than I was hoping it was, but you know, you can afford what you can afford, and you're happy with what you get. I'm happy with that. So with these two, I finally finished up my Beatles singles collection, so that's very cool. And this one, we have the second Beatles single. Somebody wrote over this one. It says, Anne, somebody, says it was Anne's record. If You Want, W-A-N-B, Joy, Take Up the Cross. Oh, very nice. I like that. A little heart there beside it. That's very cool. We have some other writing on here. This is not the original sleeve that it came in, so it doesn't really bother me. I'm hoping to get the original sleeve. This is True Somebody, and Somebody Loves Peter. So, good luck, Peter. Please please me. And Ask Me Why. Second Beatles single. And they're both on the red label, as you can tell. And this one is a lot better than Love Me Do. Looks a lot better. It's kind of rough too. But again, like I said, you can afford what you can afford. And you're happy with what you can get. I couldn't get these when I was there. I got them now, so I'm very happy about that. So a little cleaning up, give them a listen, and I'm sure I'll be very happy with the way they sound. So that was my big box that came today. I'm so looking forward to these and to having them in my collection and finishing them off. Like I said, Love Me Do. Again, Love Me Do. I'll show you that one. It is a little rough, but, you know, you got to look at the age of these and how hard these are to find. And to get a nice mint copy and a really nice sleeve, it's going to cost you a couple $100 or more. So I'm happy with this. I clean it up a little bit, put it on my turntable, and I'm sure it'll sound perfectly fine. Awesome, awesome. And again, please please me and ask me why. Doesn't have the original. The original sleeve is like a diamond design. I think this was also used on this a little bit later on, if I'm not mistaken. But the original release had the diamond. So these are both first pressings, so I'm very happy with that. So, you know, 1963, you know, you can't complain. It's 45s. Albums fare better over time than 45s. 45s are the first thing that gets kind of tossed and scattered about the room of a teenager, and albums not really so much. I know that from when I was a teenager, I played 45s a whole lot more than I played albums, and I'd take them off the thing. I didn't always put them right back in. I just took them off and just kind of tossed them. Not tossed them, but, you know, I set them here and there and everywhere, and, you know, it was what that was. So very happy to have these in my collection. Thank you again, guys. I appreciate it very much. In case you ever see this video, so this is just awesome, awesome stuff, and I can't wait to get these cleaned up and listen to these and get them in my collection. So now I'm missing, I think, 6 or 7 EPs, and I'll have an entire original British catalog. I do have a couple of second pressings, and I have that pesky 4th pressing of Please Please Me, but I'm happy with it. You know, there's a lot of fans, Beatles fans out there who would love to say, to be, you know, in my predicament, man, I would love to have that 4th copy that's not perfect. Because it's, you know, it's, to me, and I've said this before, it's just, this is, some kid, you know, was dying to hear this, you know, and they were there, you know, and who knows, they might have got it from Brian Epstein's record store, and the first pressing of this, and he got it and ran home and slapped it on a turntable and played it 72 times that day, you know. So there's history, there's emotions, and there's love in these things, and that's another reason why I like the older vinyls, is because even though they're rough, these were loved. That may not look like they were loved because, you know, over time they've gotten thrown here and there, and we move on in life and not quite as important. But this was so important for Ned, looks like Ned, for Ned to go and get this, and he might have got it the very first day waiting outside. Who knows? He could have been outside Brian Epstein's record shop and waiting, Mr. Epstein, do you have that Love Me Do? And you say, I do, right here. You know? Wow, you go back in time and witness that. You go back in time and walk in to like his record store and say, hey, you got Love Me Do, I want to buy that. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Wow, would that be cool? Some people want to go in the future or whatever. I'd love to go in the past. I'd love to go back in the Beatles in the past, yeah. Wow, awesome. Oh, I'm so happy to have these. So I'm going to get them cleaned up here and get them put on the turntable to listen to. I can't wait. I have been waiting. It took about 2 weeks to get these in the mail. Not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So cheers, guys. I appreciate it. Again, look them up online. Even if you're not interested in buying something from their shop, just check out the videos. You'll learn so much that you didn't know about so many other bands. You know, and who knows? Maybe one day you'll get a chance to go to Europe, and if you do, look it up. See if it's somewhere within your travel plans or nearby, or maybe you can make a day to veer off, you know, on a side trip and go to this shop. I'd highly, highly recommend it. It's just incredible. You've got to meet these guys. You've got to visit this shop. You've got to buy some vinyls from them. All right, so that's all I got. So is these worth the spin? Guys, they're worth the spin. I'm telling you, they are worth the spin. They're Beatles, the first Beatles single, Love Me Do. Wow. Wow. Yes. So, yeah, let me go get these clean and listen to. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it again. Spent a lot of money on these graphics. You know, they're not cheap. Let me throw it up there. If you like this video, give it a like. Maybe subscribe to it. I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying to make it more visible, get more people to see it, and hopefully enjoy it. I hope somebody's getting something out of this, some kind of enjoyment on this, I hope. Yeah, you're watching it now, so you must have enjoyed something on here to watch it for 23 minutes and 41 seconds. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Have a good life. And make it vinyl. Whatever you buy, whatever you listen to, do it on vinyl. See you later.